Why is it that the people we claim to love unconditionally are usually the exact same people who trigger our most explosive anger? Ancient texts identify a specific concept as the root of all human disease and suffering, mo. It roughly translates to attachment or illusion. When we get furious at a partner or a family member, that anger rarely stems from love. It comes from a broken expectation. We want them in our lives, but only on the exact condition that they operate according to our personal script. If your affection instantly vaporizes the moment someone stops doing things your way, you have to ask yourself a hard question. Is that actually love, or is it a transaction? What society packages and sells as love is often a masked demand for control. And as long as we treat our relationships like contracts where the other person must act perfectly to earn our affection, we trap ourselves in a permanent cycle of disappointment. To understand why we get trapped, we have to look at how attachment works biologically. Every bond we form is rooted in the fulfillment of our 5 physical senses: sound, sight, smell, taste, and touch. This exchange starts the moment we are born. A newborn's intense connection to its mother exists because she is the perfect source of these comforts, providing physical warmth, a familiar scent, the taste of milk, and the sound of a soothing voice. As we grow, utility changes. Attachment transfers to a spouse fulfilling those needs, then branches into a pursuit of wealth and status. But this system is vulnerable. The moment someone stops fulfilling our specific needs, the connection fractures. It is an uncomfortable reality to face, but we rarely love people purely for who they are. We are psychologically wired to attach ourselves to the utility they provide. We spend decades convinced that our bonds are absolute and unbreakable. That there is a brutal reality test that exposes the strict limits of human attachment: death. Think about the mechanics of a funeral. Families weep initially, but that grief quickly gives way to a rush to bind the body and place it on a funeral pyre. The urgency exists because the person has suddenly lost all worldly utility. There is a deep irony in the procession. Relatives carry the body, chanting that God is the only truth, yet they just spent their entire lives ignoring that reality to chase material wealth. The moment the pyre is lit, the focus shifts entirely to self-preservation. Mourners hurry home to aggressively scrub their houses and bathe themselves, suddenly treating the physical touch of someone they claim to love as a dangerous impurity. That rush to cleanse away the memory exposes the transaction. The absolute second a human body can no longer serve a purpose for us, we destroy it and wash our hands of the ashes. So how do we step off this endless treadmill of desire and utility? The answer is incredibly pragmatic. The path to liberation is a strict binary. Radical honesty leads directly to freedom, while self-deception guarantees a lifetime of bondage to your expectations. Real spirituality isn't about fleeing to a mountain cave. It happens right in the middle of daily life. It requires adopting satkarm, or selfless action. This means doing tangible good, like serving food to the hungry, or offering water to the thirsty, entirely without the expectation of gratitude, a reward, or even a simple thank you. This practice extends outward to all living things. It is a quiet, daily commitment to providing for those who cannot offer anything in return. Enduring peace is never found by forcing the world to behave exactly the way you want it to. You find it by accepting the inherently transactional nature of human life, operating with total honesty, and choosing to serve the world anyway.